Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with Bet Blitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we're looking to set you up with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. So take a moment and hit that like button. And at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, as well as any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Friday slate of games, so take a moment and hit that like button. Again, if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be headed over to the points tab, and this time we'll be selecting Nesmith for more than 13 points. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this is a line Nesmith has actually exceeded in 7 of his last 10 games, including in 1 tie. Additionally, this line Nesmith has exceeded in 55% of his last 20 games, and coming off of his stellar Game 1 performance versus the New York Knicks, in which he finished with a total of 30 points, shooting 8 for 9 from 3 in an incredible comeback victory. We are expecting Nesmith to follow this game up with another solid performance and for him to exceed his line. Now, Nesmith and the Indiana Pacers will be facing off against a New York Knicks defense that this season was very solid overall when it came to defending their opponents, especially from scoring, ranked top 10 in the NBA for fewest points allowed to their opponents overall. However, when it came to defending against opponents' shooting guards specifically, the New York Knicks were a lot more challenged at defending this position, giving up a plenty amount of points to this position. Here's the Knicks defensive numbers against opponent small forwards for those of you who want to see that as well. Ranked much better defensively, but still giving up a fair share amount of points. But overall, coming into this game, we do expect Nesmith to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Nesmith is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 31 minutes per game. Game 1 versus the Knicks, near 40 minutes per game. And one of the things we do like about Nesmith is his high efficiency from the field over his last 10 games, 55% field goal shooting on nearly 11 attempts per game, and a very impressive 55% from behind the arc on over 6 threes per game. Again, going 8 for 9 from 3 in his last game versus the Knicks. And while we aren't expecting a similar performance from Nesmith in this game, we still are expecting a strong showing from him and for him to go over his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Nesmith for more than 13 points. Now, for those of you guys who are wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we wanted to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Tyrese Halliburton for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Josh Hart for higher than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on whether or not players get double-doubles or triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all their free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you guys are go to lock these in so you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. And again, if you aren't already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll again be under the points tab, and this time we'll be selecting Josh Hart for more than 12.5 points. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Josh Hart has actually exceeded in 6 of his last 10 games. He did not play very well in his Game 1 versus the Indiana Pacers, just 8 points in over 40 minutes. However, after this Game 1 loss, we are expecting the New York Knicks to bounce back at home, and this will take big performances from their starters and role players such as Josh Hart. Additionally, this line Josh Hart has exceeded in 50% of his last 20 games, as well as in 57% of his last 90 games he's played, including regular season and playoffs. Now, Josh Hart and the New York Knicks will be facing off against an Indiana Pacers defense that this season was pretty average overall when it came to defending their opponents, giving up a fair share amount of points per game to their opponents overall. And when it came to defending against opponents' shooting guards specifically, the Indiana Pacers were ranked near the bottom of the league, giving up plenty of points to the position. Here's the Pacers' defensive numbers against opponents' small forwards, for those of you who want to see that as well. Ranked significantly better, but still giving up a fair share amount of points. But overall, coming into this game, we do like Josh Hart to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Josh Hart is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 37 minutes per game. And while we would like to see his number of attempts go up, just under 9 attempts per game over his last 10 games, he still is shooting very efficiently from the field, near 50% field goal shooting, and a solid 40% from behind the arc over his last 10 games. And again, coming into this game off of a loss in a performance where Josh Hart did not play as well as he normally does, we are expecting Josh Hart and the New York Knicks to come out aggressive and to reach their lines. On his career, Josh Hart has been a solid contributor to his teams this season, actually having one of his best scoring seasons there, 14 points per game. And with his extended playing time these playoffs, we are expecting him to be a lot closer to this average in this game. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Josh Hart for more than 12.5 points. Now, for those of you guys who are looking to take your sports betting to the next level, check out RotoWire's incredible platform, where they have got a bevy of different sports betting tools for you at your disposal, for individual player props, for regular sports betting, DFS apps, and even fantasy sports for those of you guys who are into that as well. But one of the best tools that we do love on RotoWire is your ability to check on player projections. And what we love about them is their ability to allow you to filter out for whatever platforms that you're on. So let's say you're on PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper. You could filter out to all the players' props on these platforms, and it'll show you the default list of best plays on each of these platforms. And from there, you could even filter out by searching up a specific player. For example, here we searched up Karl Anthony Towns, and what RotoWire does is so nicely organize each of the individual player props. For example, here we see Karl Anthony Towns for 23.5 points is leaning less overall. Some DFS sites have him ranking or going over this line, and sportsbooks as well. But we see here RotoWire gives their own projection that they feel he will fall below this line. And again, it does this for every single player prop that is available on whatever player that you search up. And again, this is just one of the many tools that are available for your disposal. They've even got a great news outlet for fantasy sports for those of you guys who are into that as well. And right now, RotoWire will give you 25% off your access when you use code BLITZ. So click our link in the description below and check them out if you guys are looking to take your sports betting to the next level. Now, for those of you guys who have been on sports betting or DFS apps for a while now, you know that a huge problem is line bumping. For example, in this video, one of the plays our analysts did select was this Tyrese Halliburton for more than his points line. However, this line has been getting just bumped around all day. We still do kind of like it at 20.5. Here's how it looks here on Outlier for those of you guys who want to see that as well. But with them just constantly bumping it all day today, we aren't really all too happy with taking this line. And for those of you guys who are tired of constantly seeing your lines getting bumped, we would like to introduce you guys to Epic Fantasy Sports. They have an incredible platform for picking player props and sports betting. And what we love about them is their incredible feature of line consistency, which means they do not bump their lines, meaning that the lines that you see at the beginning of the day will be exactly the same toward the end of the day. And another great feature that we do love about Epic is your ability to win your slips despite missing multiple plays, because on Epic, you are not facing off against the house. You are facing off against individual users, and all you have to do is beat their picks, get more picks correct than your opponent, whether playing head-to-head or in a tournament setting. And if you get more picks correct than your opponent, you will win big, because Epic has incredibly high payout boost. And if it couldn't get any better than that, Epic is now giving you guys a nice little deposit match when you guys use code BLITZ. They are available on the Google Play Store as well as Apple Store. So if you guys are interested in getting onto a platform with line consistency, being able to win your slips even though you miss an amount of multiple plays and get higher payout boost, go give Epic a look. And again, use code BLITZ for a nice little deposit match. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 200 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. And again, if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to sign up for the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.